Well, how has dating been like for you during the pandemic? For a lot of people, it has been tough. And just imagine if you were single, let's say, a year ago. You're single in February of 2020, and you're looking at the year ahead. You're like, oh, my goodness, this is going to be a great year for dating. And then the pandemic starts. And it's not so great of a year for dating. And now we've got a curfew. It's even a harder time to date. So what are the odds, if you were single a year ago, that you're still single now? With more on this, let's go to the one, the only Dr. Laurie Betitto, CJAD 800's relationship expert. Dr. Laurie, it's so great to talk to you.
Elias, always great talking to you.
I tell you what, Dr. Laurie, you must hear this all the time, right? People are like, I'm single. We're in a pandemic. I can't date. It's too dangerous to date. I don't know what to do. Is this a common thread of yours over the last year?
You know, I have to say it's a little bit the opposite. You'd be surprised how many people are, in fact, dating during the pandemic, but they're dating differently. So it's a little bit like going back to the old days when you used to spend a lot of time on the phone getting to know each other before it ever got to an intimate level, right? So people are putting off the physical part, spending more time getting to know each other, which I think is actually a good thing. I think that the pandemic has created a kind of a new way of dating. People are able to have conversations like video chatting, and they're able to get to know each other so that by the time they want to meet, either it's like, yes, I want to meet you, like there's enough chemistry here, or never mind. You know, it's like I've already eliminated that date.
Now, Dr. Laurie, I'd always heard, you know, especially when it comes to apps, that the longer you spend chatting with someone virtually before you meet them, the more likely you're going to be disappointed by the in real life version. Like it's easy to look good via texting and via photos, and it's not so good to meet those. It's not so easy to meet those expectations. How do you guard against that?
So the way to, and you're absolutely right. You know, the old advice was meet as soon as possible, right? Don't extend this into a 3-month texting relationship and then meet. So the advice is a bit changed, and now it's more about meet online in real life, like in real, like virtual life, right? So not just text, not just photos, but when you're having a video conference with somebody, you get to see their element, you get to see where they live, you get to see body language. So you can actually see if there is even chemistry that way, at least the initial part of it, right? Mm-hmm. So I say move into video conferencing as soon as possible.
Okay, the video chat, and I've done the video conference date. I've done that actually. It is a thing. It was fine. It's nice, you know, like because I'm someone that cannot have a drink alone. Like I just don't. It doesn't taste good to me. Like you could give me a beer and I'm alone. I'm like, this is disgusting. And a beer with a buddy, it's the most delicious thing ever. So it's been a fun way to, you know, like have a beer, have a glass of wine, while still being alone in your household. But you know, I don't know. It just isn't the same thing. And I'll tell you this, Dr. Laurie, the bigger thing, the thing that really has changed things for me is the curfew. Like, you know. Because before, you know, us singles had special dispensation from the government. Singles were allowed to have a person over. And, of course, we're still allowed to have a person over, you know, according to our COVID regulations. But, of course, 8 p.m. rolls around and, you know, you can't travel, right? So now I find that having the friends over, having dates, that kind of stuff, that's like completely off the table during curfew times.
Right, unless they sleep over.
and that's right. So who wants to have, hey, let's go on a date, and by the way, due to government decree, it has to be 12 hours long. Like nobody wants that.
No, and by the way, you have to sleep in my bed, you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So,
of course there's a challenge, but, you know, spring is coming. We're going to be able to go out walking, you know, in fresh air without it being too cold, and let's hold on to a little bit of hope here. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because you're right. The reason why it's so tough right now is that on top of it all, you know, suggesting, hey, do you want to go freeze for 3 hours outdoors is also the dumbest idea ever, right?
Right. So your nose is running, Elias, right? That's really attractive.
It's so true, right? So it's a completely no-win scenario. Dr. Laurie, what about the couples that, you know, the couples that don't live together? What are you seeing from the people that are in a relationship, but of course they don't live together? They're in separate locations, and we've got curfew and all that kind of stuff. Is that affecting relationships?
Well, I'm seeing more and more people, they spend longer times together. Some people are not comfortable because they have to assess the risk, right? So if their partner is a healthcare provider or is out in the public a lot and the other one wants to be in a bubble with their aging parents, well, then that has put quite a divide, right? So everybody's kind of doing their risk assessment. For a lot of couples, that's their bubble, and they keep seeing each other, and it's fine, and they trust that neither is putting each other at risk. So I think every couple has to decide for themselves their own risk.
Dr. Laurie, can I throw out to you a question based on a news item, something that's happening in the space here, and it all has to do with that oh so not fresh feeling, right? To make it a joke, right? So there's a new product from a company Vagisil. We've all heard of this company Vagisil. It's called OMV, and it's getting I think it's getting a lot of well-deserved criticism because it's basically targeted at teenage girls to make them feel like they're not so fresh down there. What are your thoughts on products like this, which I think are, to me, they're almost like predator products, right? Because go ahead.
Makes me so angry because it reminds me of the old days when they used to sell douching, to women. So they take a vulnerable population, they invent a problem, and then they sell them the product. And this is bad business. Like, this is just, it's not healthy. People need to know that vulvas and vaginas are self-cleaning organs. They don't need any freshening up, so to speak. If there is something bad happening down there, it's probably an infection. Go get help. Go see a doctor. But you do not need any special creams or soaps or anything. I just hate that they go after the vulnerable, right? It's like when we saw the advertising to kids, like targeted advertising to kids for fast food or what have you. It's a similar principle, right? It's like you're targeting a vulnerable population who already doesn't have that much information, who already are self-conscious about their bodies, and now you're throwing this in the mix? No good.
And they prey on people's confidence levels matter so much, right? So if they can prey on your confidence levels, they'll do that, right? So I know you referenced it there. You don't need any special soaps, any special creams, any special that. What do you need to just really have that fresh feeling like a normal person? What do you need? A
shower. Just a plain old shower. Water and some mild soap. You don't even need soap down there. It's just that. Really, that's what gynecologists will tell you over and over again. That's it. Take a shower.
Well, I'm happy to discuss that because in the pharmacy, I just walking down the aisles, you see these products and these new products that are coming out, and you sort of scratch your head and say, "Geez, duping people here."
I get mad.
Dr. Laurie Betitto, the one and only CJAD 800's relationship expert, and Dr. Laurie, I got to say, I've been going back on the archive on podcasting, the Dr. Laurie that's available on podcasting, going through the whole archive. It's just a real treat to play those podcast episodes that are
There's
still
like
up there.
1,600 of them on there.
I know.
On SoundCloud, but a podcast, the Passion Show podcast is coming soon, so
amazing.
Look out for it.
Oh, I love to hear that little entrepreneur news. Thank you so much, Dr. Laurie.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here on the Elias Macko Show. Dr. Laurie Betitto is the best. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Elias. Take care.